Hello, I'm live. Sorry for me lateness. Lots of things were happening there. I've had to drop Leslie off. Me and the kids and the family have been out for a meal this afternoon, as it was payday yesterday. So I treated them for a nice meal, and Mr. Bum came down with his family as well. So like I say, sorry for me lateness, but family always comes first. So they're all sorted. They're all away to bed now, apart from the girls who may be watching. So hello girls. At the minute, I've been alright. I'm getting lots of things sorted out down in the garden. I'll wait for a lot of people. Wait for people to come along, of course, before we get into it. Hello there, GH. I've got everything prepared. Everything's sorted. I still need to get me seeds ready to sow. I've got them all in my box here, so they're all ready to go. I was going to make myself a cup of tea, but I'm getting any time to do so, so I'll have to wait. Hello, Sean. Hello, Calvin. Yeah, well, go on, it's better. Hello, Andy. Hiya, Barbara. I said hello to as many people as I can and wait for you to come on here. At the minute, it says there's only 2 people on. That's not right, of course. It's nice and toasty in here at the minute. Hello, John. Hello, Amelia. We're sitting at a toasty 19.4 degrees in here at the minute. It's a bit warm. Hello, Mike. Hello, Ben. Hello, Dan. I'll have to find somewhere to stick that because it's underneath the light is no good. It's still saying there's only 2 people in here, but I know there's going to be more than 2 people. Never mind, I'm not going to focus on how many people's on here. I'll give it another couple of minutes, then we'll get cracking. Hello, Neil. So yeah, I've got my goodies here. I've got all my saved seed, all my onion seed that I saved. Hello, Dean. In the comfort of his own bed with his popcorn ready. You rang us at the wrong time before there, pal. Or was it out with the family, as I mentioned? I've got leeks to put on. I've got all sorts to put on at the minute. Cheers, John. Certainly will do. As you can see, I've got lots of things going. I've got lots of things to put on and stuff. So there'll be a few late night potting on sessions. I've just been down to the allotment today to sort out me fire, which you'll see that in the first update coming up. Oh, can I bye everybody, Frank? Plants are going well. It's expensive. There's some nice positive. There's some news coming up actually, which I'll tell you all about. I'm a little bit to do with the lights and things that's in here. But they are working a treat at the moment. I just need to sort out ventilation, because ventilation is a big thing. At the minute, I'm using a couple of fans, small fans, and the fans that's on the heater itself. But ideally, I could be doing with a couple of solar fans just to come inside here. I'm even bringing in to just try and save a bit of money. I'm bringing some power banks, charging these up. So I'm getting these charged up at the solar panel down the allotment, bringing them up here and plugging in the fans. So I've got like a little one here, which is, they're too small, these ones. And actually this one doesn't work anymore, I don't think it works. I think it's broken, I think it's bust. Yeah, it's not working any longer. It's a 7.50 on eBay and Amazon. Hello, Steve. Hello, everybody who's just come on as well. May have missed yous. Hello, Lee. Oh, Delhi. There's a few things that's on here at the minute. I probably should have had a think and had a look and done it tomorrow night instead, but never mind. It is what it is. So I was going to get this sorted out. Hello, Chris. So yeah, let's get started. There's 4 minutes in. I can't see how many people's on, so if anybody can say up to date how many people's on, just let us know. At the minute it's only showing 3 on my phone for some reason. I don't know the reason as to why. As you can see in the back here, there's been lots of things ongoing. These are predominantly all leeks. So I can just move myself around a bit more. These are all leeks. Apart from there's onions at the back there. Started these ones off on the 11th of the 10th. These are quality onion pips. 36, fantastic. There's a bit of cleaning up to do on a few of them, as you can see there. That was one of the pips that come off. So they're looking nice and healthy and strong. And they're from my own saved ones as well. There's one there that doesn't look like it's fired. Nope, that's done. So yeah, this is what I'll be doing. This is what I'm doing today in any case. I'm just going through and having a look and see which ones aren't working. Clear them out, less things to do, bit of tidying up, sorting out the... What's that there? Be careful with them. I've been down to the allotment today and I've sorted out my started sorting out the shed. Not say the shed, the greenhouse, sorry. The greenhouse in itself is needing a big overhaul and a big tidy. So I started getting that done because I've getting my pipe work sorted. And those of you who followed for the past couple of years will know when it comes to being the fire and the pipes, it's been more failures than successes. But this time I've got it nailed on. I'm just tinkering on at the minute though. I started the fire today to see how things are progressing on, and at the minute it's looking good. So I'll show you all that when I start doing my updates again, which I'm probably going to be end of this month, beginning of next month, starting back up again. I might squeeze in one more live video in a couple of weeks time when I do a few more zones, but other than that, I'm quite enjoying me set time off. I'm getting a lot of things sorted out at the minute, and also getting a lot of things done with the family as well. Still loads to be done, loads to be getting on with as well. Like Leslie's decided that she's going to take a hand to growing roses for shows. So, and roses are at £9 each to start off as well. £10 each. So no, she's getting her Christmas box. I don't want to be pulling on these too much. Don't want to snap them. Quality pips. I've been told that the quality onions from pips, the seeds are the way to go with them. But it is what it is. We'll have a look. They'll get put into tubs. We'll see what's going on. 2 seconds there, guys. Sorry about that. I just got a message. Sorry about that. I got a message there from a friend. I just wanted to check to see what that was all about. I'll be showing my iPad as well just to check them. Check the messages coming in. Fridays, your Fridays, Dean. Your Fridays are not the same. Well, that's strange considering I upload on a Sunday. I don't know if you're watching on a Friday. It's not me though, because I don't do videos on a Friday. Yeah, I've been down to the allotment and I've been tidying up, of course, and I've been getting all this stuff that I made last year. Now these are some leek and onion supports that I made last year. Let's see, I sat for a good few hours making these, just with some metal, and they're very, very handy when it comes to doing supports. So that's what I've got going on here. There's this one here and this one here. Put them in there. Voila! To be fair, these are probably going to need popping up for long, but that'll be a task to do when I've got a day off. Anyways, how's everybody been? Because I know if I get frequently inundated with messages asking when I'm doing more videos again, which is it's nice to see, and I'm sorry that I've spent a bit of time away. I will be doing obviously regular updates as and when needed when I come back. But at the minute, like I say, I'm enjoying the time away from with the kids and the family and stuff, getting everything prepared, because there's a lot of things needed to be prepared for next year, considering I'm focusing on mainly showing and the giant and quality vegetables. I've got to get this sorted out as well. I've got one light running at the minute. The other 2 lights I'll be putting on the other light shortly as well. Mare's tail, absolute nightmare, Calvin. I've dug a massive bed now. I've had a bit of a change around in my allotment, and I've got a big marrow bed now, which is a bed bigger than the last one that I had. And I didn't do nothing with it. That's the reason why I stopped doing videos, because I need to get on with the garden. That's I ended up digging out loads and loads and loads of mare's tail. It took us about half a day to a full day nearly digging out mare's tail, so I feel their pain. I know what it's like. And even though I know that it's not all being taken, I need to go over it again just to get the little bits out, because that's all you'll be doing. Are you starting your onions on Sunday, are you? I've done a test batch of my own quality seed here. Out of 20, I'm getting 5. So I'll not be doing them in the 20 cell seed trays. I'll be doing them in these little pots, and that's where I'll be starting mine off today. I do have some giant onion set away. I set them away the other day, 25th. Set them away. They're in these big pots. Maybe it's a bit too big, but they're in there. Nothing's shown up yet. And I've got them on the propagator. In the propagator, should I say? In here, which is exactly where I'll be putting the other stuff as well, for a bit of bottom heat. Once I take these leeks out, I've got leeks all over the place. Oh, it's a bit dry there. Oh, it's a bit wet. Oh, it's wet in places. Very handy then. Get them off eBay, very cheap, and get a few. Just a normal plastic bottle. I can squirt them. Very handy, very easy, sorted. I have been using a little bit of Mills starter once a few of these have established. But at the minute, all I'll be doing is water. Put them on the heat at the back there. These should start to germinate for long, them ones. But the rest of them, I've got loads of leeks on the go at the minute. I've got 3, 4 different kinds. I've got Cumbrian, I've got GSN, I've got Joe Mackenzie's Cumbrian here, which are going to friends. They're going to Gary's. None of that. They're staying here. I've got which ones are going to. There's other ones that's going to Gary's. I've got it written down so I didn't forget. But I've got Joe Mackenzie Cumbrians here, which I'm looking forward to growing on. I've got the GSNs as well here. They're coming up the bottom there already. Can't really see that. I potted them up when I got them. When I got them at the gun in, sure. They're starting to come through there. Slow and steady at the minute. I'm getting some Betty Blacks off a friend of mine, Robert. If you didn't quite catch that last video, I bought this off when I went to Malvern, and I tell you what, it's been really handy, really helpful when I was doing the heavy pips. It's from a company called Agrilan, and it has, if you haven't already seen it, where's it? Got a little lid. So you can put it on that way. And it's got a little air vent on the side, and if you want some air circulation, just swap the lid around. You get some air circulation through there. Then when you're ready to push them out, you get little pants. So if I was to push that down there, you can see they're all lifted up. I mean, there's nothing in these. I'll take them out anyways. That one's not doing it. That one's not doing it. That one's not it. But you see, you got a little plug plant there. That's no good. Chuck in the bin. A lot of these will be chucked in the bin now. They're no good. A few of them are. That's not. That is. That is. That is. That's taking that top off. Anyways, that's very handy. That's going to help later on. Got some more Billy Lamp. It's very quiet here. Hi John. Temperature in here, Dean, is currently at 19.4 degrees, I believe. 19.4. It's pretty warm. I might turn the fan on for a little bit actually. Oh, bugger. Where's the fan? That's the light. So I've got the fan at the top there, 5-inch fan. Circulates air around here, it's a bit loud. Goes around the back and pushes everything around. You can see everything moving in the wind there. I open the door a little bit as well. See, this is getting a bit warm in here. Hello Sandra from Australia. I'm saying it's warm here. I bet it's warm down there. It's swinging to and fro. Too noisy. So yeah, anyways, I was getting, I'm going to start sowing some of my own saved seed for heavies. I was mentioning heavies before there. It was Andy that mentioned heavy onions. These are my heavy onions at the minute. Now these are from Pips, of course. They're not showing up at the bottom yet. I started these off on the 7th of the 10th. Not too bad. Just left them in there at the minute. I don't want to be disturbing them. There's a few different ones here. There's a couple of nice ones. And these are belly lamb pips. So we'll have to wait and see how things go with the pips anyways, because a lot of people are saying that they prefer to grow the seed. And I've got seed. They're to one side there. There's one there. What's happening with that one? It's very strange. I've like got no room to manoeuvre in here. Well, that's damaged that, isn't it? Oh well. So see how it goes with that one. That one's done. Oops. Hello Monty. Different kinds of onion seed. I got the belly lamb seed from a chap called Kevin Hegarty. I got the I've got some my own seed as well. Hello Terry. I've got my own seed from my own saved seed from onions that I grew myself, which I've got a few packets in there as well. I got some Peter Glazebrook and also some Michael Bradley onion seed from a friend, from Martin. They're from Michael Bradley's one from last year. Michael hasn't got any this year, I'm afraid. I've also got some from direct from Peter Holden as well. He's a cracking onion grower, absolutely cracking onion grower. So I've got some seed direct from him as well. But if you're looking to get seed, or any kind of seed, any kind of quality seed, any kind of hair giant seed, what you can do is I started up a Facebook group. If you're on Facebook, it's called Northeast Giant Vegetable Growers. No, it's not. Let's get Northeast Giant and Show Veg. I'll pop a link on this video of how to get there. And basically the reason why I started it was because when I first started, I didn't know where the shows were, I didn't know where to get seed from, I didn't know where to get a majority of things from. But the first thing that I did as a young lad, as a young grower, in with social media and stuff like that, is I went straight on Facebook to see if I can find any information. Couldn't find any information anywhere, and it was a bit disheartening. So I had to go out and physically go and see where the shows were, where to get these things, and with that, developed relationships and stuff like that as well with other growers, and expanded who I knew and things like that. And there's lots of people online. There's another Facebook group as well. There's another group as well called the Southeast Giant Giant Show Veg group. There's lots of people just put stuff on there, like Andy Dawson. He put a message on mine, that the Northeast group, saying if anybody wants anything, just send him a stamped addressed envelope. So marrow seed, all sorts. He sent me some goodies as well. Long cucumbers, bits and pieces. Speaking of long cucumbers, I did mine the other day as well. I took all the seeds out. What a hard one that was. I've got the seeds drying out at the minute, and if they are viable, I will be more than welcome, more than handy to say send them out. There's absolutely hundreds of them. But I got my own seeds from my own onions that I grew last year, and because I like the shape and the size of them, I'm growing my own this year, and that's exactly what I'll be doing as well. I'll be seeing how things progress with my own stock, because that's the plan. Get my own stock, keep on reusing my old stuff, because from one leek head alone, I got that tray of onion, that tray of leeks. I got that tray of leeks. I got that tray of leeks. And I got that little tray of leeks there. And I got this tray here. All of them from one head, which I paid £25 for. There was a bit of work involved with soaking the head and things like that. But it's like the seed as well. The seed, you can buy a pack of seed for £5. That's how much it was the last time I paid for it. I got an onion head off Kevin as well, which I paid £25 for. And I didn't get as much seed, but I got a lot of pips. And that's what all the pips are back here as well. So I've got 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 pips there. I've got seed on the go as well. It's just, if you get your own stuff, great. If not, then you got to ask around. If you ask around, if you join the right groups, if you speak to the right people, if anybody wishes to, like say, know these sites, or I can recommend certain sites which you want to go on to, just drop me an email, deanslosttheplot@gmail.com. Then you'll see it's on the YouTube main page on my YouTube group. Then we can see what's I'll be able to see what's about, and I can ask about, and like I say, we can speak about that. So if anybody wants to start anything or try anything, just send us an email and I'll try and help the best I can. A few people messaging there. Hello there, Nick. Nick, I was devastated to miss you at Malvern this year, mate. I was stuck in the giant veg tent, and you was all sitting outside something cider. I don't, Jeff Campbell, not a name that rings a bell. I'm more prone to faces. Fungus growing on the top of the soil. Ventilation. If it's a fungus and it's like a mushroom, you might need to sterilise the soil. You can do that in a couple of different ways. You can flush it out with lots and lots of water. You can put chemicals on, but I don't know if that's a viable option. You can heat it, so you can get a metal bin and get a fire in there. And I don't know how they do it. Have a look on YouTube. There's a lot of people I know do the fire, like heating soil up to get rid of all the nasties. But the majority of people, what they do is they just keep digging. That as well. Kevin says there, scrape it off and put some fresh compost on the top. There you go. There's another one. Cinnamon on the soil. I don't know whether that'll work or not, but there you go. What you can do is, like I say, the best option, I think that'll be probably the best option. If you scrape across the top, stick some mulch on, compost, manure, out like that, you'd be able to, yeah. You can microwave the soil before, yeah, that'd be canny. Massive bed and everything, just microwave it. That has been done though, you can't do it. If I'm at Malvern next year, Nick, of course I'm at Malvern next year. I've already got the hotel room booked. I did that on as I was leaving. Whether or not I'm going to stay at the same place on it, I don't know, but it's definitely booked. So hello, Kay. Oh, there's snow in New York. Well, it's come to that time of the year, isn't it? Right, let's get some seeds sorted out here. Like I say, I did a germination test, but they are what they are. I've got leeks to pot up and stuff, which I'll not be doing tonight. I'll have to do that another time. These are at the minute, all these leeks are under 12 hours light a day until I get sorted out down the allotment. Bit of virus in them, but they're alright because it comes out of it. Comes out of there. Oh, here comes trouble. But which one? Which one is it? Where's my seeds? Where's my labels? Bet there's a second to get me labels. Pretty good. Ventilation, Sean. You need ventilation on any kind of compost. If you've got a humid environment, that's where things start growing on the top. If you use rainwater, then you can develop greening on the tops of the soil, just like mine there. You see little spouts of green there. That's just algae. Hello, sweetheart.
Hi.
You after?
I'm saying good night.
Alright, good night.
Night.
Love you.
You too.
I'm using Clover Professional. It's Clover Professional, the starting off one, the seed and modular. Then I'm going on to Clover Professional potting on, which I've got a bag in the sitting room at the minute, which I need to bring here actually. But I've also got some Clover Multi-Purpose, which is down here, which looks like, oh Jesus Christ, that must be wet. Looks like that. Oh, Jesus. Find somewhere for that. But I've got that for Leslie for when she's potting on and potting her stuff on and stuff. But that's what compost I'm using. And I've got 6 trays pre-made. These will be my... Oh, somebody's having fun there. These will be my labels. These are from 4 pints, milk cartons, already pre-made. Reuse, reuse, reuse. Even my granddad brought some over as well. So let me just get, I've got different types of my own onion seed to sow now, and also some others from other people. So let's start off with some of the best seed that I've got. I don't want to sow all of it, I only want to sow a little bit. This Peter Holden seed here. I don't have a lot. Leslie's not setting up anything. No, she's not setting up anything. I'll keep you up to date with what's going on with Leslie. There we go. There's a few there. I'll be doing these in 2-week intervals. So every 2 weeks I'll be sowing them. A lot of people differ depending on whether they put 24 hours light on and things like that. I might do it, but I might do it underneath the table as opposed to having the big lights on. I might put them on the underside with the 2 smaller T5s, which I've got from last year. Just like a little start and grow room. That's the plan anyways. Whether I get time to do it or not is a different matter. Right, where's my pen gone? Right, where'd I put my pen? More people behind me. Didn't have it behind me. It's there, man. It's there, found it. So they were, what's the date today? Today's date is the 1st of the 11th. So we'll go Peter Hogan. Yeah, it's the 1st of the 11th. 19. Just bend that around, push it in. Job is a good one. What I'll do is I'll just leave these in here until they get to the crook stage. There we go. I'll flatten it down a bit. There we go, one done. So put that into the propagator. Should be warm enough. That it is. One down, a few more to go. I actually started some Peter Holden seed off the 25th of the 10th, which was like last week. Nothing's come up as of yet, but I'm sure it will when it comes to it. So there's one down. Let's see what else I've got. I'll put that one side. Some Michael Bradley seed. I swear I've opened this. No, I haven't opened this one yet. Oh, it's like a bit of Christmas. Have I missed any comments here? Start growing now. Well, the only things that I recommend growing now is things like field beans. You've got garlic. You've got your onion sets, elephant garlic, normal garlic. Lots of different. Well, yeah, basically the overwinter and stuff. You can do spring cabbage still, and you can still put a bit of them in. I've got some growing in the greenhouse at the top there, which I need to pot on as well. I've also got some in the shed. Sorry, the polytunnel and the onion house down at the allotment as well. So just things like that you can start to sow. You can also get green manures in now as well. Things like airy vetch, mustard seeds. Like I say, you can get field beans as well, which do the same job as well. And rye, grass. There's lots of different green manures you can put on for over the winter. Bear with, being very precarious because, like I say, I don't have a lot of seed. So we'll just put half of them in. Put them back very carefully. It's handy to use the crease of your hand, just like you can do it with smaller seeds as well, like the brassica seeds and stuff. If you use the crease of your hand, just bend your hand a little bit, and you can pop it in. Hello, Wobbly Bob. Now, I only started them ones last week, so I'm not going to put the big ones in. Just push them down a little bit. Level it off. Pop it down. Write it up. Job's a good one. Actually, well, I say I went up to see pal of mine, Rob Gallen. He's got a lot of things going on as well, which is great to see. And he's doing new things as well, which is always great to see as well. People not just doing the same thing over and over and over again. Instead of having like the fire and heating system, which I've got in, where he's still got his in, he's actually trying something else, just like Kevin is as well. Kevin actually started him off on it, and now he's taking on all the knowledge and he's fitting everybody else up around his way with these diesel heaters for heating his greenhouse. I will do a little video on that as the months go on as well. I'm sure if I see, like I say, if I go up and see him, he'll be happy to show around and stuff. But it looks interesting, it does, for like heating those of the people who can't get fires or can't get up there. Might be cost effective as well. Diesel heaters, from what he was telling us, it's like probably just over £1 a day or something like that. Right, so there were, don't get distracted, Dean, from Bradley's. First of the 11th, 1-9. Pop that in the corner. Another one done, another one bites the dust. Hello Ivan, mate, how are you doing? It certainly has been a little while, hasn't it? I hope you're doing well. On the topic before, as I was speaking to Robert, like I said, I've been up with Robert twice now. He's been an absolute diamond. The first time I went up was because I spotted that he had some. I've got these little watering trays I got cheap from Wilkinson's, and they do the job for being able to just put water in the bottom and soak it from the top, just like my watering trays do as well, with the mushroom trays. But I spotted he had some big long ones, like 4-foot ones sort of things. Excuse me. And I was asking him where he had some, where he got them from, and he was telling us he had a few spare. So I went up and I got them, and as you can see, so it starts from here. It actually fits the whole of the bench, which is dead handy. The only thing is, they've got small holes in there. So there's small holes in there, which I need to just seal up with a bit of silicone or something like that. And they're fantastic watering trays, and the amount of leaks and stuff I get in there is great. I've got 3 of those, as you can see. There's not 2 there as well. So I've just got to patch them up, and then I've got my one set of watering trays for here, which is great. Now I'll just be looking at getting some for down at the allotment, on the benches down there, even if I've got to make my own. I'll come up with a way in any case with it. Right, next set of onion seed. I think these are all going to be my own from now on. Pete's back garden, I did them last week. I'll stick them on there just in case. So yeah, when I was down at Malvern, I got some seed from Pete Edwards as well. Billy Lamb seed. Let's get these in. I'm just going to put the rest of them in now as well, because I need to get them in. Always keep your seed and things in. Oh no, I've got none left. paper bags, if you can. I've got one left there. I'll just put that one in there. By keeping your own seed, put them in paper bags. It keeps out the moisture and stuff like that as well. So that is Billy Lamb heavy. Put that one in there. That's that done. Put that out of the way. Now when I saved my own seed, I had lots of different heads, but they're all from 3 different onions. So I labelled them A, B, C, D, E and F. And some I got pips off, some I got seed off. And at the minute, what's that one? That seed I haven't even finished sorting out yet. Oops. I've only got A and B left, because the other ones, D were all pips, E were all pips, F, where's F? Oh, mustn't have F. Oh well. So yeah, I've got still got some A and B left here, which I'll start sowing. These are the A and B will be off the same onion. So A, B, and C, D, E will be off different ones as well. But I learned some lessons with when I saved my own seed as well. Basically, I'm just going to sprinkle these on here. I'll show you what it's like in its natural form, so to speak. So you get the head, okay? You get the leek head, the onion head. It's like a nice, like a ball shape, with all little flowers on the end of the, let's say, the little green stalks. Then they open up, and then you want to pollinate, and want to get them all pollinated. You can either leave it for the bees and the flies and stuff like that to do, or you can do it yourself with a little brush. Then when they start closing up, and when they start to dry out, you snip them off. You place it upside down, put them in a bag, over a bag, all right? And that's what it looks like. And in here, just get one out there. As you can see, it's like a little closed up ball. Inside of here, you will find there's either you can get up to 4 seeds in here at any one time. So look here. So we've got 1, 2 seed in there. 3. Oh, 5. Oh, 5 in there. Disperse. Some you don't get any, some you get a few, and that's what the onion seed looks like. Very small, very tiny. I'll put that to one side because I haven't labelled that. That'll probably be F. But that's what I've getting out of here. So these are my own saved seed from last year. I did get a few bits of, I did get some good seed off a couple of them. we'll just have to wait and see what it's like. Now I know that some of them are viable because the tests that I did, of course, I've got 5 there, which I can pot on. But I don't even have to pot them on because they're in big enough pots to grow, basically. So that'll be saved seed, and that's from the A head. One saved. Yeah. 1st of the 11th. Now I expect these to show their faces in about a week's time. Need to be a little bit longer, they'll be a bit longer, but that's when I expect them to say hello. Say hello to my little friend. Am I missing things here? No, Sean was the last one to message from what I can see here. Monty, I see that you tagged us in the video the day. I haven't been able to catch up with videos. In fact, I've caught up with a lot of videos when I've been sitting down at home. Of course, the dark nights are coming in as well, and I've been able to catch up and things. It's been great. I'll be having a watch of that after I finished. Once I go back inside, because I'll just pop it on the big TV. So thanks very much for that. I look forward to seeing what's going on. Leslie will not be growing any onions. Leslie is focusing all her efforts on getting the garden sorted out, getting things built, which is doing fantastic work at the minute. She hasn't been able to get down because of the kids on half term, but as soon as they're back, she'll be able to go down and get sorted out. She is going to be doing roses, flowers, things like that. That's what she's going to be focusing on. A lot of some of the lilies and stuff will be going down, glads and stuff like that. If she wants them, she can have them. I've still got a lot of spring bulbs to put in, and hopefully save the ones from last year as well. But time will tell. We'll have to wait and see how things go with them. So that's the A seed. Put the A seed back away in its box. There we go, that's better. See what I'm doing now. So I'm just looking at my face when I'm doing things. Have we got a number count? How many people have we still got with us? Because at the minute I'm seeing 3, which I know is probably not correct. $34, $35 champion. Thanks everybody for staying with. I know we've been on for a long time here. So has anybody got any questions or anything like that? Like I say, I don't know if you've seen the little vid I posted earlier on. I said if you've got any questions or anything, just feel free to pop them over and we'll have a chat. We'll have a chat about them. And then just as I'm finishing off these onions here, I'll give you an update of what I was explaining earlier on about the lights. Basically I've got new things to try out. Just got to wait for confirmation coming through. I'm starting my cabbage at the end of December. I think I did it in January last year. I'll have to have a look, Andy. I'll have to have a look, see when I started mine off last year. See how things go with that. I've got my onions down here. I don't know if they've taken up loads of moisture or not. Right, so that was B. So unsaved. B. That's the 1st of the 11th, 19. I've got to speak to a couple of people actually as well, because I'll be I won't fancy having a go with shallots this year as well. In fact, reminders I need to get hello Country Life Crafts. I need to get myself signed back up to MVS. So I haven't signed up with MVS as of yet, and I think my membership's expired. I want to, one of the aims next year is to show in the MVS. I'll do that in a minute. Yeah, show in the MVS benches. And not just the open benches. I thought this shed was going to be massive. I thought it was going to be really big. I can get spaces in here and get lie down and stuff. I mean, it's fun. It is a big shed. Does exactly what I wanted it to do. Sometimes I just expect things to be a lot bigger than what they are. Right. So these seeds that I'm sowing here are from Pete Edwards, Pete's Back Garden. And these are his 3rd year reselected Kelsey. These are quality onion seeds as well. Fireworks are going off, dogs are going mad. Now I've got, me personally, I think fireworks should be, just very quick, I think fireworks should be on public displays only. Dwarf apple tree, yeah, get them in as soon as you can, Sean. Going in a big planter, as long as the pot's big enough. I've got 2 apple trees currently in half kegs. So the beer kegs that you get, that's where I've got mine. They've been in 2 years and I've started getting some small fruit off them. So we'll see what happens next year. I have to feed them. Peter Edwards Kelsey. 1st of the 11th, 1-9. Job's a good one. Another one bites the dust. Dun, 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 dun. Another one bites the dust. And while I'm at it, I might as well do a couple of them ones and all. In the Jubilee Confectionery at Beamish. Beamish Open Air Museum, fantastic place to go. You pay once for the year, £52, I can go as many times as I like. It's great. If you're ever up around Durham and Stanley, it's definitely worth a visit. Not the bottoms of them yet. Pop them up with that there. Yeah, lots of things growing on here. Yeah, lots of things growing still. It's starting all over again, basically. If I was something else I don't know if you have seen or not. Just before I finish off here with these ones, but I'm not going to do them. I'll sort them out when I'm in the house. It'll be much easier. Right, put them one side. That's that done. That's that done. Right. Okay, I'm going to shut this door now as well. So, a couple of things. Well, as you can see there, all the seeds are in the germination and the propagation section. Little now go on there. The vents open. I'll keep them nice and warm. Now there's lots and lots of going on here. There's 2, 4, 6, there's 12 of these leeks will be going out, going to someone else. I've still got them to pot up, them to pot. These ones will be the next ones to get potted up in the 7cm pots, which I've brought down from the allotment. I've been tidying up the shed today, so I'll be potting them up next when I get the chance to do so. But they're all looking nice and strong, nice and green, which is exactly what I'm after. See if I can get more than just 2 on the bench next year. We're just having 2 leek clubs as well. So let me start. Oh yeah, so yesterday morning I was on a live video with Ben from the Yorkshire Gardener. Beginning of last month, he asked me to write an article in his magazine, which he started doing, like I say, just last month. So I've never done anything like that before ever. He just wanted us to write up how the first couple of years have been in regards to shows and qualities and stuff, quality veg, what my experiences have been like, and just a write up. Well, that write up turned into 6 to 7 full pages of his magazine when he got it all sorted out. What I'll do is, if you want to go have a look, you can purchase the magazine. They're £3 for the magazine, but there's loads and loads of fantastic tips, hints, vegetables you can sow now. There's all sorts of recipes in there. There's what to do with fruit trees at the minute, do's and don'ts, jobs for November. There's loads and loads. I had a read through, and it was really helpful, really handy for how small it is. And what it does is you don't get a copy sent out, you get downloaded straight away on a PDF. So for the people that don't know that, you can sit and read through it on your phone or your tablet or your computer, direct straight away, you don't have to wait. So I'll put the link in the description below once I finish this, and if you want to go over and have a look through it, please feel free to do so. Like I say, it's got my write up in there and loads and loads of other stuff in there as well, so I'd recommend that. So thank you very much for Ben for giving us the opportunity for that. The other thing I was going to discuss is I've been in contact with a company. A company's been in contact with me, should I say, in regards to trialing out a new light. So as you can see, I've got T5 lights here. So T5 lights with eight bulbs in. This is what I was only going to go for the 4 bulbs, but I got a good deal on them. So I can get a choice of either using 8 or using 4. The minute I'm using 8. But I've been given a choice. I've been given an opportunity to trial an LED light. So I've jumped at the chance. So I'm just waiting for them to get back in contact with us. I'll order the light. I'll give you a quick unboxing, show you what you get with it. Do my homework with it as well, and then I'll be growing some things with that over the coming months as well. So things like the chilies and stuff, I'll be growing direct in here. When all of these leeks and everything are out, I'll be growing chilies and pots in here, so that I can take to the shows and stuff as well. So keep an eye out for that. So that's a couple of things that's ongoing. And if anybody's watching this back, and if you know anybody or if there's any companies watching back, if you want to trial anything for you, I'm more than welcome to do so. Just drop us an email at the email address, deanslosttheplot@gmail.com, and like I say, we'll see what we can do. But at the minute, that's something that I'm looking forward to trying, and we'll have to see how things go with it, really. It's a new thing to do. I'm just basically learning myself now, in regards to what things need, what things want, all of that. I mean, even just the starting off with the feeds and stuff like that. I started doing that last year, but once again, one of my mottos: failure to prepare to fail. So I'll be doing a lot of preparation over the next few months. Question there, what was it? Whenever I start with chilies, I'll be starting with chilies in January. So I think it's January. To be quite honest, there's a lot of things I do remember when to start. A lot of things I just go back on my previous videos or my previous write-ups, because I've got a few lists on my phone which I keep. I've got a lot of notes on my phone which I keep when I start off things. So if you want, I can stick a post up on YouTube. Is when I start the majority of the stuff, just like everybody else. I've got a lot of things including what was it? The compost mixes and all sorts for potatoes, compost mixes for carrots, long carrots, stump carrots, like beetroot and stuff like that as well. I've got some beetroot seed as well this year. I'll be looking forward to growing a giant beetroot. Hopefully I can take one of the newbie show. Get this big, but time will tell. We'll have to wait and see. I'll be looking at getting some more pots as well, some more air pots, some big ones, just so I can grow leeks and onions in them as well. I want to do a few Yorkshire Giants and pots and see what happens. I've got some Yorkshire Giant pips here, which are these at the back here. Started these off on the 4th of the 10th. They are coming on very well. I have to start supporting them shortly. I think I've got, well, it looks a bit, I probably have 10, but nothing to bear. I got these given from Martin Finnemore, who got them from Paul Rochester. Now, of course, if you know me, comes end of November, December time, I always go down to Paul's and see him, literally, and see him. So I go to see him and see him, and I'll pick up another dozen when I'm down there. It's always worth going down and have a chat with him. He's a lovely, lovely bloke. Current world record holder, the heaviest leak. Cannot go wrong if you get the best. You've started on a good footing, basically. AirPods work. I seen a message there. AirPods work The roots they get funneled to the outside where the holes are. I don't have one in here at the minute, I'm afraid, I'll show you, but they go out to the holes, and at the end of the roots at the end of the holes, the air prune. So basically the roots die at the end, and that promotes like more roots on that main root to start growing more roots. So it takes more, the plant takes more feed in, more water in. Basically it helps it get bigger and bigger. They are proven to work. A lot of people don't use them. A lot of people just stick with trenches. I've got 10 to play with. And like I say, we'll see how things go. And Andy, I did see that you got some fabric pots, the 50 litre ones. 50 litres, it's a canny size that, filling in big bags. I mean, I've just calculated how much it'll cost me for the for filling up the compost again in my 40 litre air pots, and it's going to cost, it's basically 2 bags. The compost, so it's about £2.50, it's probably about £3.50 per pot to fill it. So if you think you've got 10 there, it's £35 just in compost. But like I say, that's it done. You can reuse that if need be. There's I think there's a new product coming out by Canna, whereas you can reuse the old compost because it just revitalises it. I think that's what it is as well. I think it's revitalise. I'm not too sure. I'll have to have a look. I think it's the organic range. But I don't know much about it. I've just read it on my travels basically. But yeah, the air pots, they're really good for. I've got 3 litre air pots, which I use as a planting on stage for the leeks. I'll put them in the 3 litre air pots, and I'll either put them direct in the ground or I'll put them in 5 litre pots. Just depends on how I feel basically. If I go from 3 litre straight to the ground, then that's fair enough. But what I want to do is to start putting them into 5 litre pots first. The onions are going to be different. The quality onions, I'll be doing in 10 litre buckets. The yellow buckets with the holes cut out the bottom this year, as you know, and they'll just be going into there. Then once they're in there, sitting on top of the trench. Then the roots can go down if they want to go into the trench, or they can sit around in the bucket. Either or. But I'll be watering around the bottom of the bucket in itself. But lots of things, like I say, you'll see that coming from like I say, April onwards when I get everything sorted. Got a new cover to put on that onion house already. And on top of that, it floods. That's one of the bad things with it. I've dug a hole and it's the lowest point and it floods. It's a bit of a nightmare. I don't know how I'm gonna sort that out. Any suggestions, more than welcome to send us a message over. At the minute I've got a 1-lane swimming pool when it gets really wet. It is one of them things. Though. What we got? Oh, Nick, yeah, just going back, they do nice fish and chips at Beamish. They are very expensive. What's it called? They're not called fish and chips, they're dab and chips. That's what it is, dab and chips. Hello, Nick, mate, how are you doing? Nice to see you, thanks for joining. See you everybody as well, thank you very much for joining. We're nearly hitting an hour here. Just popped it on some onions there, some onion seed. Sorry, just started some onion seed off there, as you can see in the background here. I've already got some heavies on the go. I've got some heavy pips on the go as well. I know that you put a picture of yours up earlier on, and they're doing really well. I've got a couple here. There's mine so far, and these are Billy Lamb pips. So I've got some of them ones on the go. I've also got some Peter Glazebrook seed on the go as well, but it's I only started them off on the 25th, so they're in the propagation chamber at the minute with the bottom heat on, and I'm just still waiting for them to germinate at the minute. I think I might have put them in 2 big pots, too big of a pot to start off with. I've just been doing loads of onions as well. So start onions off. I did a test germination of my own seed, and that's doing all right in there. The temperature in here, I'm aiming for around about 18-19 degrees constant, of course with the bottom heat as well. At the minute in here, with all of the lights on, I've got no heat on in here at all. Just with these lights on, I've got I've got a light out here, 4, 8, I've got 16 lights on in here, and it's 20 degrees. Just under 20 degrees in here. I was saying earlier on, the one thing I've got is a problem is ventilation. I do have a 5 5-inch fan up there, which does a job fantastic, but it costs a fortune to run. But I'm getting there. I'm getting there nice and slowly. You can see I've got lots of things on the go at the minute. They're all under lights. I've been told by a few people, don't do stuff under lights too much. But that's what this whole shed's for. The whole point in this shed is this doesn't get any sunshine whatsoever. It's solely done by the lights. It's controlled by me. I'm seeing how things go. The temperatures vary. They can go as long as they stay above, in the room itself, as long as it stays above the 11 degrees, 12 degrees, between 11 and 12, 55, 60 Fahrenheit. It's good for me, for in here, for the leaks. That's where I have it. I have the heater set at 14, so that the rest of the room is nice and toasty. This tank here is a little bit different. I want to get a Vita pod because they're really good, because you can get, I mean, the whole back bench here is going to be a heat bench when I get around to it, because it's more stable at the back. So I'll be putting sand across the back of here and building a box so that I can have heat cables and stuff through here, soil warming cable, and that's a plan possibly for next year now, just because of money. I'll have to see how things go with these this year, but it's always, I'm constantly. But yeah, I've got things on the go now from where I've been and where I've come from when I started 2 years ago. It's getting good. There's no drafts coming in here at all. Bill and Val, there's no drafts at all. This is a secluded. I don't want any. If I want to open the door a little bit, that's fine. I do need to get a mesh on this side to stop the beasties coming in. The last thing I want in here is thrip. Thrip was a bloody nightmare last year, not just for me, for everybody. It was an absolute nightmare. And I don't want any pests or anything like that in here. I've already started with a Bravado, spraying the Bravado once a week, just to keep everything nice and clean. Everything's been cleaned down. I've got a lot of things like normal sprays as well. I won't be starting with Dynamite yet. I need to have a look and see when the best time to start with the Dynamite is. But at the minute, everything in here is looking nice. The plan is, once these get potted on, and as you can see, there's a lot of things to pot on here. Every single one of these in here will be getting potted on. I love it when they're uniform in line as well. It's great, isn't it? Every one of these will be potted into one of them, so you can see the difference. Now, Nick, I will be cutting these in half. I will be giving some away. I will be selling them. I mean, I don't know what I'm doing yet, but I'll not be growing all of these. I've got enough room for 18 leeks in my small polytunnel. I've got enough room for 25 in my big polytunnel, which I'm busy growing. So I've got enough room for just under 50 leeks. Well, there's about 50 leeks in there. So a lot of these I'll be sharing and bartering and giving to a few friends. Like I say, John's going to get some, Dave's going to get some, things like that. But I'll be popping these on. The ones that I don't have, either selling or I don't know what I'm doing with them yet, but I'll be putting them on, then I'll be keeping my own. Then from here, once they get big enough, they'll be going down to the pot, down to the allotment. The allotment will be set, the fire will be on 24/7 from probably January onwards. And then from January to all the way through until double digits it's outside, that'll be it. But in here I'll have two sides of leeks, I'll have a side of leeks, side of onions, and anything else on the back. So John looks after me very well, he does, and he texts what he wants in anyways. Hello Anne, it's nice to see you. I don't know if you've been on all the way through. It's the first message I've seen from you. I hope you're doing well. Thanks very much for all your lovely comments, because you always comment and you're always fantastic, so thank you very much. Oh mate, yeah, I mean, I agree, it's a great setup and things like that. It's basically getting the right start. It's getting the right start, considering last year and the year before I had a room no bigger than that, by that in an 8x6 shed. It's just like I say, I got what I did, I got what I could. I've used a bit of my savings to build this shed, but like it's like everything else. Once it's up and once it's done, just continue using it exactly the same. I want to get like a cupboard underneath here. I want to get shelving put on the sides here. I want like a drying rack for the onions, so I can put the onions on the rack and just leave them to be. At the minute, I've got onions underneath here, which are in sawdust, and they've been taking a bit of moisture in. They've been taking a little bit of moisture. I can tell because some of them are, that's all right actually. Some of them were soft. I'm trying to get them. That's not a big one. But I've got some other ones to put back for seed as well. I mean, I did like the look of that one there, but it's a bit bulbous, to be honest. I mean, the likes of this one here, I'm going to eat that. I'm going to take that now and eat it. There's no point in getting seed from that. Where's the other ones? Got the big ones behind us. I do, yeah. I've got the big ones behind us, yeah. The big ones I took the beamish. Can I get in? Just manhandle the heater. Get up. Yep, there you are. So that's a lot of skin's been taken off there. A lot of skin's been taken off. I've got that to put back for seed. That was, how big was that? I think that was about £7 or £8. I think it was an 8-pounder. It was about 27 inches around. So I've got that to put back for seed. I did have 3. One of them had a hole in the root plate and the other one rotted around the bottom. So that got chopped up and put outside. I've got some Bradley onions here. They're not very they're not uniformed, which is quite strange. But I've kept them for seed anyways because I know it's a good onion. These are the first ones that I grew. You see, they're not very big. Skins are pinged as well. Got one there. It's not really worth putting these ones back because they're not big enough for me. So I've got them two. Let's see, they're not the biggest. But I did these for the drying. Somebody told us I could do drying in 3 weeks. So I mean, that's a nice one. I like that one. It's a nice shape on that one, and by the time you get the next tied, that's a nice one. And that's a good idea, that actually. I like that. I like to say I like that one. And this one reminds us of the ones that I grew last year. Well, do you know what? I am proud of them. They are good sizes. I want to grow big onions. I've grown big onions. I've grown all of these except that one that I showed you first. But 6 weeks minimum for standard drying onions. That's a nice one. I mean, the skin hasn't pinged. It's still drying off. It's a kind of finish that you're looking for as well. I do like it. I like where the lines and stuff on as well. But I'm starting to get into the new. Put them back. I have been more focused. No, it is. I wasn't even going to grow leeks this year. I decided I wasn't going to bother growing any leeks. And then I joined 2 leek clubs. I thought, sod it. Let's go big or go home. There's the bloody... That's where you're supposed to be. There. But and get good quality leeks. I'm getting seed from the best lines. Getting some good Calcea seed there. Got some of my own saved from last year, which is absolutely fantastic. Doing some heavies this year. I didn't actually do heavies. How David? I haven't actually done heavies. Heavy onions. Heavy onions are £10 plus. I want to get a £7 onion myself this year. The biggest I've grown is £4.5. That's not big enough. I want to get bigger. I want to do it. I want to get it properly. I mean, it's a lot of work and a lot of effort and a lot of stuff I need to do. I'm not expecting to get anywhere near any top 10s or anything like that. I'm going to set myself my targets again. I said I was going to do a £7 onion this year. Didn't succeed. I got 4.5. I'm going to aim for a £7 this year myself. See how things go with that. The onions, I want to get 3 quality onions on the bench this year at either Newbury or I'll get them at Malvern. I want to get the MVS bench with them as well, and I want to get a heavy onion to take to both my league clubs, and that's the aim. That's one of the aims for next year. Of course, getting everything else as well. Shallots, I'll be doing shallots as well. Hopefully, we'll see if I can get some hen. They're like hen's teeth. I want to get some aristocrat, or whatever it's pronounced. Now I've had a look in Medwin's catalogue, and he's got some. But I'm going to have an ask about, if not, Hate of Dunor or another cracking breed of shallot, which I'll just go back up with them as well. But we'll see how things go with that. We'll see what happens. Marrows, I'm getting some cracking marrow seed. I've sorted out an extension on the marrow bed. That's already started being fed. I'll be doing a green manure base for that. I need to get the green manure in as soon as possible, which I'll probably get done beginning of next week. Start them off. I need to get some mustard and grazing rye in as well as a mixture with it as well. I want to win novice marrow. I want to win novice long runner bean. I've got some saved seed from Stena runner beans as well, so I want to put some Stena runner beans on the bench this next year as well. I want to the novice tomato. If they do all of the novice stuff for newbie next year, I want to win them. That's the target. Heavy cabbage, I've got 16 kilo to beat. That's what I'll be looking at beating for that. Beetroot, any size beetroot will be a personal best. Heavy and long cucumber, I've got seed for them now as well. See how things go with that as well. It's just getting the space for them as well. I don't want to grow too much. I don't want to grow too much. I've just listed all the stuff that I want to grow. I don't want to be growing too much, because if I grow too much, then I can't focus on them each. So if push comes to shove next year, and I'm doing average on a lot of the stuff, on a lot of the stuff, it was just average, then what I'll be doing the following year is I'll just be focusing on 3 or 4 things. That's it. The leeks and onions will be different separately, because they take different things. If I want to do marrow, which I probably will do, I'll keep doing the marrows. I'll do the marrows, and I'll see how things go with the long runner bean and the cucumber and stuff. The rhubarb, that's just a rhubarb. I've actually caught up with Ronnie as well, the lad who I've got the plot next door with. I explained to him, because when I went to the league club meeting the other week, I caught up with him. I say to him, I says, you know that rhubarb? You know that rhubarb in our allotment? He says, yeah. I says, I was saving some bits, the biggest bits, for going away to Malvern. And I went to check on them a week beforehand, and I noticed that they're gone. Did you take them? He went, yeah, I didn't know there was. I didn't know you were keeping them. I went out written on them. Do not use. little labels. Did you not see them? Oh no, I must have chopped them off. Sorry, son. I'll have a look at it next time. Yes, that's all right. I got I got third with 3 sticks of those, and anyways for quality, so I picked the smaller ones. Which he was over the moon with us for as well. It was something that he's produced. It is anyways. I can't take no credit for the rhubarb. He's looked for that for years. Just noticed there a couple of people mentioned pumpkins. I might do. It depends on what happens. I might do. No, I'm not. I'm not doing pumpkin. The reason being, pumpkins, yes, they're fantastic for the kids and stuff like that. I'm gonna be a bit of a Scrooge here. I hate Halloween, so I'm not going to grow for Halloween. I'm not missing anything either, and I'm going to be growing giant carrots and giant parsnip as well this coming year. I don't do pumpkins because they get really big, and one thing is transport. Now I live in the northeast of England, southeast Northumberland, and for me to get to Newbury it's an hour and a half. For me to get to Malvern it took 5 hours this year. To get to Southampton you're talking 8 hours, 9 hours. That's where the big ones are, and I'm not aiming for the small shows, I'm going for the big ones. Pumpkins take a lot of land up, and the big ones, the big growers have got absolutely massive greenhouses and stuff like that. The Patton brothers and everything, they've done fantastic this year as well. I watched Inside Out the other day with Seb. Congratulations Seb on being in there as well. He did fantastic this year as well. It's a different ball game. I'll stick to the smaller stuff, stuff that I can be competitive in, basically. Like I say, the marrows something I can do. Giant carrots something I can do. Parsnips something I can do. Stump carrots something I can do. Giant swede, giant beetroot, onions. That's fine. If I want to take the year off for onions, I can take the year off. That's fine. Got lots and lots of time. That's great. That's good for me. I've got lots of time going forward. So we'll just have to see how things come over the years, but I'll be setting myself smaller targets over the next 12 months. I look forward to seeing if well, it depends on if I've getting it or not, the EGVGA pack. Hopefully that'll come out in January and I can see what's in there. And I'll be doing a I've lost my train of thought there. I've totally lost my train of thought. I've read a message and lost my train of thought. Yeah, so I'll be doing the smaller stuff I can be competitive in, and see how things go with them. Pumpkins are fantastic to grow. I'll have loads and loads of seeds to give away if need be. I've still got seeds from last year, which people didn't send us any stamp addressed envelopes when I did the competition. Sadly as well, I heard that one of the winners actually had one of their seeds stolen from his greenhouse, which was a bit of a shame. It's not a case of there's only a few entries, it's what I can be competitive in. Now, this past year, I turned up to the Harrogate show and there was no entries for the two Swede. So if you put 2 Swede in, you would have won at the biggest, like I say, the biggest show in the north. It's crazy. There was 5 heavy leaks in. There was a few other things as well, which I was only a couple of things that was good, even at Malvern. Oh, I'll not be forgetting my cabbages. My cabbages, it's definitely something I enjoy growing this year, and they got a lot of good response as well. The kids, it was fantastic for the kids. The harvest festival time as well. I didn't need any. I would use a little bit, sorry. But I give them away. I give them away to the bakery. Give them away to the cafe around the corner as well. So, but like I say, I enjoy growing them. I'm starting to realise I enjoy growing it, and my cardinal sin is not using it. So I grow them, but I'm not using them. Things like onions and leeks we use all the time. Potatoes we grow all the time as well. Potatoes have been terrible this year, but that's due to the ground itself. I'll be growing a lot of chrysanthemums in pots next year as well, and I've got big plans for dahlias next year. Half a garden is going to be taken up with dahlias, so look out for that. I've got set plan for them as well. It's a bit warm in here again. Let us know if them fans are a bit of a nightmare and they can't hear us. So I do give a lot of stuff away. Squash I won't be growing. I did get a chance to get some seed from the winning squash at Malvern. I politely turned them down. But because I don't have the space for them. Just don't have the space. And that's a shame. Nick, I didn't know if you've seen it on there. That's the fan that I've got. I've got that fan. I've also got a little fan on here as well, which blows the air up. Which is what I put that on this chair and face it in here, and it just blows across the plants. And I can set a timer switch on it as well for it. What I will be doing, what I am going to get, I'm trying to leave that little fan on. It's getting a lovely cool breeze on my leg. I need to get a regulator as well. Yeah, I do need to get a regulator. I need to get some temperature control stuff as well for the lights. Sorry, for the sockets. I've got some electric bill on one light. The propagator and the heater overnight costs about £2.50 a day, something like that. So £2.50 a day, and that's with everything inside the house as well, because this is run off the house electric. Probably using £2.50 a day, and that's at the minute. When it gets colder, that'll be a lot more because the heat will be on through the day and the night as well. But this does get warm with these lights. These lights do give a lot of heat off. I haven't got the heater on, and at the minute with this door shut, it's 21.8 degrees, and outside it'll be 7 or 8. These lights give a lot of heat off. I wish it's because it's when it gets on the night time it gets really cold. I know, Nick. Bloody lot. But when it comes to January, I'll be taking these out of here and taking them down to the allotment, and I'll have that hopefully have that only that LED light on. So I should be saving myself some money on there. Of course, there's time and stuff like that going down to the allotments to get that sorted out as well. There's lots not still planned to do with the benches, heat benches, and you get solar stuff sorted out. Lots of things, lots of plans. Now we're going to get it done in physical action as well. As long as sort the 2 allotments out, help Leslie on her plot. The list's endless. I've just remembered I've got the lights here. I've got my disco lights on up the top there. Leslie's plot is coming on slowly but surely. She's got her buildings and everything on there. I need to refelt her roof. No bother, Nick. Thanks for joining, pal. I'll speak to you soon. Leslie's plot is coming on slow but steady. I'm going to be buying her a few rose bushes as a part of our Christmas box, so she can get them in for the next year, and then she can, like I say, she can take them to the shows as well, so she can join in. So I look forward to seeing how she gets on with that. I've still got to get her summer house built. I've got to get a fire installed, so she's got a little fire over the winter. But it's coming along. Slow and steady wins a race. She's had a year. She's done really well considering how often she's been able to get down there. It's going to help her a lot as well. Getting out there, getting out house, getting her tasks to do. My photo book on my phone keeps on getting inundated with pictures of things that she wants. So I get the hint. I get the hint. I'll try and get you them. But yeah, slow and steady. That's how exactly what it is. Well, that's something. Anybody translate what that says there? I got part of it. So Martial speaks French and he comprehends a little bit, I believe. Thanks very much for joining, Martial. Oh, bugger me, I've just spotted a leak of rust on. That's an outer flag. Excuse me, look, that's what you've got to keep an eye out for. Look at that. How the hell's the rust getting in here? Best get the bumper broken. Sorry about that. Oh, yeah. Got the door open now. Light that projects outside's nuts. Oh, don't want to be doing that. Right. Well, I'm going to have to have a look through all of these leaks now. I'll sit and pick through all of these, but I'll not be doing that tonight. That can be done tomorrow. Yeah, I know I froze. I pressed something. Don't worry, I know it was me. It was me. Right, I've just got to find spaces for everything here now. Right, I'm going to stand up, put my chair away. I probably could wobbly, but the reason I don't run the 24/7 is because I don't want the leaks to think that there's light 24 hours a day, because it'll just confuse me. The only thing I would keep the lights running 24/7 is with the onions, which I'll be looking into doing. Oh, sorry, I knocked this. Guess what? It wouldn't be a live stream without me knocking the camera over, would it? Good night, Amelia. Thanks very much for joining. Ooh. I know it hurts. It always hurts when it drops, but it wouldn't be normal, would it? Right, that's that. That's that. Where's my block of wood? Block of wood's there. Keep the heat across there. Oh, I think he's for a ride there. Well, I'm going to go and have a look and see what that bloke was talking about. Turn this light off here. So, turn that fan off, put the heater on. 10 hours. So if it drops, the reason I've got the heater, well, I'll show you. I've got the heater up, raised up, because if I have it on the floor, it's colder down there than it is up here, or even on here. So what I do is the heat goes on here and it sort of levitates around this area. So that's exactly what I'll keep it as. Well, it's been a while since I used my selfie stick. So that's how things are going at the minute. I've got the sunroom on. I'm going to finish up now. So I thank everybody for watching this evening. Thanks everybody for coming along. Thanks for everybody for questions as well. Like I say, I'll be more than likely doing another live video in a couple of weeks' time. Just to show you how things are, how them onions have started off, if I had any problems with them. But other than that, things will be getting back to normal come December. If I get that light in the next few weeks, I will be doing a small video just with unboxing it and things like that, so keep an eye out for that. But other than that, I'm still got to get things sorted, so I wish everybody all the best. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and I shall see you around. way. Toodaloo.